This is a little short video of some alternatives to using a petrol or electric strimmer. And in this photo you can see me cleaning up an old sickle that was given to me. So I'm scraping the rust off with a piece of sandpaper, and in the next picture I'm sharpening the sickle with a file, and I also used a sharpening stone after that. This is my allotment, and I get to my allotment using a bicycle, and I have a little bicycle trailer, and I'm able to use this more and more now because I'm switching to using hand tools as opposed to petrol tools, which are very heavy. I have an electric lawnmower which I hope to replace one day with a push mower. This is a section of my allotment where we grow nettles. I'm cutting the nettles down to encourage new growth, because the new growth of the nettles, the texture is nicer and also the taste is better. And we use the nettles for soup, and we also use it for teas. I'm using my sickle and I'm swinging it across my body, the same action you would use for when you play tennis, when you hit a tennis racket. It's a slow process, and I'm able to pick up wads that I cut and place them in a pile neatly, whereas with a strimmer it tends to be very aggressive, and it hits the bits of nettle all over the place, and it's messy, and it also ends up all over your clothes. And here you can see the end result, all done with my sickle. The sickle is light to carry. You don't have to keep filling it with petrol or electric power, and you also don't have to keep winding the strimmer string, which is very awkward and takes time. I use my sickle to do the edges at my allotment. It's slower than using a strimmer, and it's less aggressive, which means I can be careful not to hit plants or cut plants that I don't want to cut. A strimmer can be very aggressive and very fast, and before you know it you've chopped down plants that you don't intend cutting. There's the end result with the sickle. For areas where you need to be a lot more precise, like in this section I'm going around my broad beans, so then I use the hand shears or grass shears. Again, you can see me picking up the wads of material and putting it on a pile. And here I'm using some hand shears in a more formal garden, and with these ones you're standing and cutting, but you're going to have to go down on your knees to pick up the bits that were left over. And here I'm using my preferred method, which is the hand shears on the knees, because you can pick up the bits, the leftovers straight away, and you don't have to stand up and get on your knees too often. And I keep a little bag next to me. There's the end result, nice neat edge. Here's a little area that's needs tidying up. I'm on my knees weeding and pulling out the suckers. And while I'm down on my knees, I can use the edge, the shears, grass shears, and I can do weeding while I'm down at the same time. To get a really nice finish, use an edger to edge the soil, and then I break up the wads of soil and turn it over a bit, and the contrast with the green and the brown looks really nice. Using a strimmer can be tiring because of the noise, and they generally have very awkward shapes. They're not easy to carry around, they're not easy to store, and the cord, the strimmer cord, you find little bits all over the garden when you use it. You don't get that problem when you're using hand shears. Overall, I prefer to use the sickle and the hand shears to using a powered strimmer.